Today we're going to show you how to change the door glass on your front load washer, and it's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver, and you may need a putty knife. Let me show you how we do it. Now, to do this repair, it's easier if you remove the door from the washer. Now, some models will have an exposed hinge that is held in place with 2 Phillips screws. We would simply remove those 2 screws and lift the door and hinge assembly off of the washer and set it on a suitable work surface. Other models may have a hinge cover plate on the back side of the door that you would remove the screws from that cover plate, remove the cover plate, and then lift the door off of the hinge. Now, this model has an exposed hinge, so we'll just remove those 2 screws. And there are some hooks on the back of this hinge that hold it in place, so we can safely remove the screws. And we'll just lift up on the door and the hinge, and then we'll set it on a suitable work surface, and we can change that glass. Now, we should lay something on top of your work surface to protect the face of that door. Then we're going to remove all the screws around the glass retainer. Now, next, using a stiff putty knife, we just go in the gap between that retainer and the outer door panel, just to break that retainer free, and then we can lift that off and set it aside. Now, if the glass on your washer is cracked or broken in any manner, you should put some protective gloves on when handling it. And then again, with our putty knife, we'll just carefully go in between the edge of that glass and the little channel that the glass sits in, and just gently pry up on that, enough that you can get your hands in under there and remove the old glass and discard it. Now, with the old glass removed, if you need to, you can clean that backside of the outer door glass at that time. Then we'll take the new glass. We're going to line up these little V notches with the notches in the receptor for it. Just let it sit flush. Then we'll take the retainer and set it back into position, lining it up with the slots for the hinges. Make sure all of the screw holes line up. Then replace all of the screws. Now, once we have all of the screws in place and tightened up, we're ready to put the door back on the washer. Now, when reinstalling the door, you'll note that there are 3 hooks on the back of that hinge that will fit into these 3 openings. We'll just line that up, and then let it drop down into place. It should stay there. Then we'll replace the 2 screws. Take caution when putting those screws in that we don't get them cross-threaded. And tighten them securely. And our repair is complete.